Right, hi, I'm Christine McDonald from Rushing River Apiaries, and if you have been following this channel, then you may know that we are having one hell of a spring. Really cold, slow build up. We're just finally getting to make our nukes now, which is almost a full month later than we usually do. And this yard has been hit repeatedly by a bear. You can see it was back last night. That hive, I still need to right it. I cleaned up one already this morning, but it's a sow grizzly and 2 cubs, and they've been back here repeatedly, 4 or 5 different times, taken out a few hives each time, plus a ton of empty equipment that we had stored here. It was mostly equipment loss. The more damaged hive I managed to clean up this morning. The queen was still in there and a couple frames of bees, so hopefully they'll recover. This one, I imagine most of the bees and brood are still okay in there. But it's still just shit we don't need. So despite all of our efforts to repair the fence and everything, the bears are still getting in here. So today I am going to break down this entire yard into nukes. I was here to take nukes out of all these hives anyway, to meet our pre-sales. So we're making our splits, getting queens tomorrow. But instead I'm just going to pack everything up and get them all out of here for the year, which is sad because this is probably our best honey producing yard, but we're going to give it a break for a year. All right, so I'm just going through this hive that the bear knocked over. Looks like the queen did not make it because there's all kinds of emergency cells in there, but because it was upside down, they're building the emergency cells upside down. I think I might throw this up on a Facebook beekeeping group and see what kind of answers I get when I ask why my queens are building cells upside down. Feeling feisty today. So I'm pissing off a lot of bees today because I know the question is going to be asked. Yes, we do have electric fences around all of our bee yards, 5 wires alternating positive and ground, about 4.5 feet high. They have worked so far for us for years. This is the first time that we have had a problem. We had one other, but it was definitely a problem in our fence construction. I don't know if it's because it's a grizzly. I don't know if it's because of sow and cubs that they're more motivated or a little more impervious to the shock. But I have heard over and over again from people that once they know that they can get in, then they're going to keep coming back. So for now, we've tried fixing up the fence. We're just going to get them out of here. Maybe we'll try again next year. Gotta say, this is pretty depressing work compared to just making regular splits like I was hoping to do today. So instead of making traditional splits today, I am breaking these hives all the way down and taking everything out of them. Wow, that's ugly. Might just leave that one out. And making up nukes as I go. So I bring over as many boxes as I think I'm going to be able to get out of these, and I kind of do them all at once. So I go through and just divvy out the frames and try and keep track in my head of what goes where. So there's already a food frame in that one. We'll put a nice brood frame in there. I also have to be watching for the queen because it's important to know which box she goes in and to mark that box so that it doesn't get a queen when the rest of our nukes do. Oh, and there she is. That's beautiful. So I'm going to put her down here. It'll be easy to remember. So that has the queen and one real nice brood frame. Another brood frame for that one. So when we're making these up, we do 2 good capped brood frames, a food frame, another mixed frame that has some brood, some food, usually more open brood on that one, and an empty drawn for the queen to lay into. So there's a food and open brood in there. The rest of those are not going to make it into a nuke. I'm only going to get 2 off of this one, I think. Still a lot of honey left in these boxes. Then I am also, what do we got here? That's a really nice frame. Almost ashamed to give that away in a nuke. Nice fresh drawn comb. There's another good brood frame. So this one now has its 2 brood frames. Don't think I have enough brood to make another full nuke though. So these will just be nicely stacked nukes. Go. A little bit open. And a nice food frame to finish off. Who had less food here? Maybe you guys did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one needs an empty drawn. I'm gonna shake. This is just a gnarly old scraped frame that they didn't rebuild properly on. I'm just gonna shake the bees in off of it. Nobody wants that in a nuke. Suppose we'll give away this nice one. No. And then, because I'm doing this on a warm, sunny foraging day, I'm going to leave one of these nukes in the position that the box was in so that all of the foragers can fly back into it. And I know there's still some bees in here, so I just tip them up in front. I'll come back this evening and pick up all of the nuke boxes and leave the one without the queen just in case anything happens to it. We'll open that up. All the foragers can fly back into this one and we won't lose anybody. I don't have room in my truck for all of it right now anyway. So these guys will go back in the second load. This is definitely not what I planned or wanted to do today. But at least we won't have to lay awake at night worrying about that damn bear anymore. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit subscribe down below. Keep up with the rest of my beekeeping adventures this summer.